Hey, what's up guys, it's Jonathan, and as you already know, the G6 was officially announced. I was able to get some hands-on with the phone a little earlier before the announcement in New York, which is where I was able to make my previous video. Now, I don't have the phone in-house, so I want to put that disclaimer up before we continue, so that way you guys don't get mad at me or anything like that, and I can be completely transparent on how I'm getting my information. Now, with my hands-on period, I was able to get between 2 to 3 hours with the phone, and I pretty much know what to expect once I get one in-house for a full review. Now, between that and the specs that you guys already are aware of, I want to go ahead and give you 6 reasons why LG has, well, failed to impress a lot of people. Now, reason number 1 has got to be the design. Now, I'm not saying the phone doesn't look good, because it looks just like it feels, and that's super premium and it's very well built. However, it's a fingerprint magnet, and if you look at the leaks of the S8 compared to the G6, well, it's pretty much a carbon copy. I mean, honestly, we don't know which one came first. We don't know if LG had the design first. We don't know if Samsung had the design first. LG did make the statement that they were the first ones to implement the new 18:9 aspect ratio, but well, that doesn't mean that they didn't steal off Samsung or vice versa. But the reason why I say design though is because they have this new premium design, you know, glass front, glass back, but there's no more removable battery. So they actually had to take away features to implement this new one. And they've also got rid of the IR blaster. Now, I completely understand that you have to sacrifice some features in order to gain others. So even though they got rid of that removable battery, they gained an IP68 rating, which is all good. But you know, LG was one of the few companies that held on to the ability to swap out your battery. And I respected them a lot for that. And I think that they could have done a better job at maintaining the quality in the G6 while still giving you that ability. Reason number 2 has got to be the overall specifications. Now, the LG G6 is a very snappy phone, at least during my time with it. It performs well, and it's probably going to perform well for 90% of the people with this phone, and they're not going to complain. However, by the time you're able to buy this phone, the Galaxy S8's release will be right around the corner, and the Galaxy S8 will be the first phone to feature Snapdragon's 835 processor. So theoretically, I guess the LG G6 is not dated in terms of specifications at this given moment in time. However, in 2 or 3 months, then yeah, it's going to be dated. You're going to be able to purchase the Galaxy S8 for the same price, get better specs, and it's going to actually be better on battery life, and it's going to be more powerful. Reason number 3 is going to be software. Now, I do respect that Google Assistant is coming to the LG G6, and that's actually going to be the first phone outside of the Google Pixel to feature this. However, it's still running LG's super thick skin on top of Android 7.0, and that skin is thick, let me just tell you. Now, I know this is just personal preference, but to me, LG's skin has got to be one of the worst on any mobile smartphone. It's just super thick, the icons are very dated, the menu set is atrocious, and it's very disorganized. Reason number 4 is going to be the quad DAC. Now, I understand that the international model or the white model might actually get the quad DAC or the hi-fi DAC that was found in the V20 and maybe slightly improved. However, here in the United States, we are not going to be getting the hi-fi quad DAC, and that is a big letdown. Now, honestly, I would rather wait a few months for the V30 to come out, and that phone will be basically a souped up G6, and it will feature the quad DAC, and it's going to be priced very similar. Reason number 5 has got to be the front-facing camera. Well, the rear-facing cameras are very impressive. They're very talked about. They're dual 13 megapixel cameras, and you have the ability to switch between a 71 degree and 125 degree lens. That's really awesome. However, if you look at the specs, the front-facing camera is only 5 megapixels, which is down from 8 megapixels of last year's model. Now, we all know megapixels don't mean everything, but from what I saw when I was using the LG G6, it wasn't that impressive. In fact, I think it's probably a little bit worse than it was last year. Now, I know I was only able to use the phone for a short period of time, and it was a pre-production model, but I have to say I wasn't that impressed with the overall quality. Now, the 6th and final reason why the LG G6 is not very impressive has got to be the price. Now, the G6 is priced between $649 to $749 here in the United States, and that is way too much for this phone. Let me just tell you why. For $649, you can get an iPhone 7, you can get a Google Pixel, or you can get a Galaxy S7 Edge or a Galaxy S8, presumably if they keep the same pricing they have in the past and they release a model outside of that Plus model. And all of those are great choices, and me personally, I would rather pick out of those versus the G6. I'm not hating on LG by any means, but I'm just giving you reasons how the G6 did not impress me per se when you compare it to other phones on the market, and then once they announced that price, I was pretty much like, nah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once I get one of these in-house and I can do actual extensive testing on it to give you guys my full review, I will definitely do so, as all these thoughts and opinions and things can change over a period of time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Go ahead and drop that big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for future content and more content like this. Make sure you check out the giveaway that is going on right now. You can just check out the card right up here. Go ahead and follow me on all my social media connections, and of course, I'll talk to you in the next one. Be easy.